Hello guys, welcome to Mathematics Classes by Nikita. So in this video, in this lesson, I will be discussing the miscellaneous exercise on chapter 1. Very important, but note one thing. Please revise all the basic concepts which I have told you before doing this exercise. Okay, so let's start with the question number 1. So again on the right hand side, I have opened your NCERT book, and on the left hand side, I will be solving the questions. So the first question is, decide among the following sets which sets are subsets of one and another. It is given that A is equal to x such that x belongs to R and x satisfies x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. B is equal to 2, 4 and 6, and C is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. So it's an infinite set, and D is equal to singleton 6. Now note one thing. First of all, I will write A in the roster form because it is given in set builder form. So what is A? A is equal to all those x such that x belongs to R and x satisfies the equation x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. So basically you have to find all the real solutions of this equation. So consider the equation x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. So I can write this as x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 12 equal to 0, and from here I get this equal to 0, and this implies that we have two factors x minus 2 and x minus 6 equal to 0, and this implies x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 6. So therefore the set A is equal to 2, 6. Now let us see that which set is a subset of the other. Now first of all, I can see that A is a subset of B because every element of A is contained in B. Then A is also a subset of C, but A is not a subset of D. Now let's consider B. Now B is not a subset of A, but B is a subset of C. So B is contained in C, and B is also not a subset of D. Now come to C. What about C? C किसी का भी नहीं है, but C खाली अपना है. Then D. D is a subset of A. D is also a subset of B. And D is also a subset of C. And since every set is a subset of itself, so therefore we will have A is a subset of A, B is a subset of B, and C is a subset of C, and D is a subset of D. So this is how you have to do question number 1. Now let's do question number 2. Now question number 2 says that in each of the following, determine whether the statement is true or false. And if it is true, you have to prove it. And if it is false, give an example. So that means if it is true, that means it is true for all the sets. So you have to prove it. And if it is false, then you have to give one counter example. Okay, you have to construct the set ABC such that the statement is false. So let's see the first part. Now first part says that if x belongs to A and A belongs to B, then x belongs to B. And this statement is false. Let's see the solution. So you will write false, and you have to construct the sets A, B in such a way that x belongs to A belongs to B, but x does not belongs to B. So let A be equal to, so I am starting with the simplest of the set, say 0, 1. Now you want to construct the set B in such a way that A is an element of B. So therefore, suppose B is equal to 0, 0, 1 and 2. Now clearly I can have an element x, say 1, this belongs to A belongs to B, but the element x, which is 1, does not belongs to B, because 1 as a number does not belongs to B. So therefore the statement is false. Let's see the second part now. What does the second part says? Second part says that if A is a subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. Now this is again false. So this is false. So I am constructing the sets. So let A equal to. So let's start with singleton one. You don't have to cram. You can construct your own. Now I want to construct B in such a way that A is a subset of B. So let us create B as 1, 2. Okay. Down C in such a way that B belongs to C. So therefore C के अंदर पहले ये सेट तो होना ही चाहिए. But I don't want A in C. A मतलब singleton 1 as a set should not be there in C. So I can just put the number 1. So here you can see that A is a subset of B. Okay, B belongs to C, but A does not belongs to C. So A does not belongs to C. Third part. So third part says that if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then you have to prove that A is a subset of C. You have to tell whether it is true or false. If it is true, then you have to prove it. Now you can see that this is clearly transitivity. A is a subset of B, B is a subset of C, then A is a subset of C. So this is, I'll say this is true, and this is known as transitivity of operations. So here the operation is subset. So let's prove this. So what is given to us? So it is given A is a subset of B. So if, तो if मतलब जो होता है वो आपको given होता है. So given is A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, and you have to show that A is a subset of C. Now how you will show that A is a subset of C? You have to show that every element of A is an element of C, but I cannot prove that every element of A is an element of C because I don't know what is A, the set. It's an arbitrary set. So I will just take any arbitrary element X in A and I will prove that X also belongs to C. So start with any arbitrary element X belonging to A. Now this implies that X belongs to B. Now you will say why? Because it is given that A is a subset of B. Okay, so you have to write the reasons. And this implies that X belongs to C because it is given to us that B is contained in C. तो यही हमें prove करना था. If A is contained in C, we have started with an arbitrary element X in A and we have proved that X belongs to C. So therefore A is contained in C. Okay, so this statement is true. Let's see the next part. So the next part says that if A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C, then A is not a subset of C. So if A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C, then A is not a subset of C. Now this is false. So let us construct the sets. So let A be equal to, suppose I am starting with this. Now I want to construct B in such a way that A is not a subset of B. So let us put 2 and 3 in B. And I want to construct C in such a way that B is not contained in C but A is contained in C. तो A तो है, ठीक है, और B नहीं है. तो सपोज मैंने इसमें डाल दिया 2 and 4. So clearly here I can see that A is not a subset of B. Why? Because since 1 belongs to A but 1 does not belongs to B. Now next, B is not a subset of C. Why? Since 3 belongs to B but 3 does not belongs to C. but A is a subset of C. A is a subset of C because there is only one element in A, which is 1, and 1 is also there in C. So therefore this statement is false. Next, fifth one. So what you have to prove? You have to tell whether it is true or false. If X belongs to A and A is not a subset of B, then X belongs to B. So I am saying that this is false. X belongs to A and A is not a subset of B, then X belongs to B. So basically you have to construct A and B in such a way that A is not a subset of B, and if you take any element X in A, then X does not belongs to B. X does not belongs to B. So let A be equal to, say 1, 2, and let B be equal to, say 3, 4. Okay, so here we have A is not a subset of B. Why? Because since 1 belongs to A but 1 does not belongs to B. Now I can take my X to be 1. So this belongs to A. But this X equal to 1 does not belongs to B also. So therefore the statement is false. Next part. The sixth part says, if A is contained in B and X does not belongs to B, then X does not belongs to A. And this is true. First of all, I would like to show you this by Venn diagram. So let's make the Venn diagram. A is a subset of B. So the figure is something like this. This is your A and the bigger circle is your B. Now X does not belongs to B. That means X is outside B. So obviously X is outside A also. Okay. So what is given to you? So you have to prove in general. So given is that A is a subset of B and X does not belongs to B. And you have to show that X does not belongs to A. So let if possible that X belongs to A. This implies X belongs to B also. Why? Because since your A is contained in B, which is a contradiction because it is given that X does not belongs to B. So which is a contradiction. So therefore my assumption is wrong. So therefore I will say that X does not belongs to A. तो मैंने assume क्या करा था? X belongs to A. So this is false. So therefore X does not belongs to A. तो यही हमें show करना था. Let's do question number 3 now. So question number 3 is, let A, B and C be the set such that A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. You have to show that B is equal to C. So again you have to prove this. So what is given to you? So it is given that A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. And you have to show that the sets B and C are equal. Now to show that two sets are equal, you have to show what? That B is contained in C and C is contained in B. So first we will show that. B is contained in C. So let us start with an arbitrary element X. So let X belongs to B. Now this implies that X belongs to A union B because A union B के अंदर A के भी सारे elements आते हैं और B के भी सारे elements आते हैं. तो X तो कहाँ का element है? B का है, तो वो A union B में भी होगा. And this implies that X belongs to A union C. Why? Because A union B is equal to A union C. It is given to us. And this implies that X belongs to A or X belongs to C. ठीक है. Now we have the cases. So the first case is that if x belongs to A. Now if x belongs to A and it is already there that x belongs to B. So x belongs to A and it is given that x belongs to B. So this implies what? That x belongs to A intersection B. And A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. So x belongs to A intersection C, and the reason you have to write, since A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. So from here I get x belongs to A and x belongs to C. So this implies x belongs to C. So this was case 1. So therefore in case 1 I get that B is contained in C. और अभी आप ऐसे ही रखो इसको, x belongs to C. Now case 2 is, यहाँ पे और था बीच के अंदर, so x belongs to A or x belongs to C. So my case 2 is that what happens if x belongs to C. यही हमें प्रूव करना था. So we are done here. So nothing to prove. So from both the cases we are getting x belonging to C. So we will write from both the cases x belongs to C. और x element कहाँ का था? We have taken x to be first. x belongs to B and x belongs to C हमने show कर दिया. So therefore what we get? B is contained in C. Mark this as 1. Now next we will show that C is contained in B. C is contained in B. So take an arbitrary element y in C. So let y belongs to C. So this implies that y belongs to A union C, and this implies that y belongs to A union B, because A union C is equal to A union B. So you have to write the reasons, since A union B is equal to A union C. And this implies y belongs to A or y belongs to B. Now let's have the cases. So case 1. So case 1, what happens if y belongs to A? So we have y is in A as well as y is in C. So y belongs to A and y belongs to C. So this implies that y belongs to A intersection C, and this implies that y belongs to A intersection C is equal to A intersection B, since A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. And this implies y belongs to A and y belongs to B. So from here what you get? That y belongs to B. And what is case 2? Case 2 is y belongs to B. So if y belongs to B, so we are done. So nothing to prove here, we are done. So from both the cases what we are getting? That y belongs to B. So from both the cases y belongs to B. So therefore C is contained in B. So mark this as 2. So from 1 and 2 you can see that from 1 and 2 B is equal to C, because B is contained in C and C is contained in B. So hence proved. This was to be proved. Now let's see the next question. Question number 4. To show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. Now how to prove that the following conditions are equivalent? Say there are 2 methods. The first method says that you can prove 1 implies 2, 2 implies 3, 3 implies 4, and then 4 implies 1. So this is the loop. And the second method says that you prove that 1 and 2 are equivalent, then 2 and 3 are equivalent, then 3 and 4 are equivalent. So therefore equivalent means implies and implies. 1 implies 2, 2 implies 1, 2 implies 3, 3 implies 2, then 3 implies 4, 4 implies 3. So I'll adopt the first method. Okay, so question number 4. So first we will show that 1 implies 2. So 1 implies 2 के अंदर मुझे given 1 है और 2 मुझे show करना है. So what is given to me? So it is given that A is a subset of B. And you have to show that A minus B is equal to empty set. A minus B is equal to 5. So let's prove this. So let if possible that A minus B, let if possible A minus B is non-empty. So we will start with a contradiction. Okay. So अगर A minus B non-empty है तो उसके अंदर कोई ना कोई element होगा. So let us choose X. So let X belongs to A minus B. And this implies what? That X belongs to A, but X does not belongs to B. And this implies what? That X belongs to B. Why? Because since it is given that A is contained in B. तो आपको given condition भी use करनी है, which is a contradiction. मेरे पास दो चीज़ें आ रही हैं, X B में है भी और B में नहीं भी है. So which is a contradiction. So I will write which is a contradiction. So that means my assumption is wrong. So therefore A minus B is equal to 5. So hence 1 implies 2. Now next we have to prove that 2 implies 3. So 2 implies 3. तो given क्या है इसके अंदर? So given is that A minus B is equal to 5 and you have to prove to show that third condition is A union B is equal to B. A union B is equal to B. So first we will show that A union B is contained in B and then B is contained in A union B. Now clearly first of all you can see that B is contained in A union B always. A is contained in A union B as well as B is contained in A union B. So mark this as 1. Now we will show that A union B is contained in B. So start with any arbitrary element. So let X belongs to A union B. This implies what? This implies X belongs to A or X belongs to B. और आपको proof क्या करना है? That X belongs to B. So case 1. Now we have the cases. So my first case is what happens if X belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. देखो X आपका यूनियन के अंदर है तो मेरे पास कैसे केसेस बन सकते हैं? या तो X A में है और X B में नहीं है, दैट मीन्स X इज समवेयर हियर, और X B में है बट X A में नहीं है, दैट मीन्स हियर, और X जो है दोनों के अंदर है. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट केस इज दिस. नाउ दिस इम्प्लाइज व्हाट? दैट X बिलोंग्स टू A minus B, which is not possible because it is given that A minus B is empty. So this case will not arise, which is not possible. Which is not possible since A minus B is equal to 5. Now let's see the second case. So the second case is case 2. If X belongs to B but X does not belongs to A. So this implies what? That X belongs to B. और यही मुझे प्रूव करना था. तो from this case I get X belongs to B. And the third case is if X belongs to A and X belongs to B. So from here I get X belongs to B. So from all the three cases, पहला केस तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है और दूसरे और तीसरे केस से मुझे क्या मिल गया? X belongs to B. So therefore X belongs to B. So thus what I get? That A union B is contained in B. Mark this as 2. Now see 1 and 2. 1 says B is contained in A union B and 2 says A union B is contained in B. So from 1 and 2 I get A union B is equal to B. यही प्रूफ करना था. So 2 implies 3 भी हो गया. Now next we will show that 3 implies 4. So 3 implies 4. So what is given to us? So it is given that A union B is equal to B. और आपको प्रूफ क्या करना है? You have to show that A intersection B is equal to A. A intersection B is equal to A. Now both the sides आपको प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा. A intersection B is contained in A and A is contained in A intersection B. Now first of all, clearly A intersection B is contained in A. This is by definition. कोई कॉमन पार्ट है A intersection B, तो ये A में भी होता है और ये B के अंदर भी होता है. So mark this as 3. Now we have to show that A is contained in A intersection B. So let us start with any element Y. So let Y belongs to A. So this implies that Y belongs to A union B. Okay. अगर y a के अंदर है तो y a यूनियन b के अंदर भी होगा, क्योंकि a यूनियन b के अंदर a के भी सारे एलिमेंट्स होते हैं और b के भी सारे एलिमेंट्स होते हैं. एंड दिस इम्प्लाइज दैट y बिलोंग्स टू b बिकॉज इट इज़ गिवन दैट a यूनियन b इज इक्वल टू b. So this implies what? That y belongs to a and y belongs to b. क्योंकि हमने y कहाँ पे लिया था? a के अंदर. सो y बिलोंग्स टू a और हमने प्रूफ क्या कर दिया? y b के अंदर भी है और बीच में एंड है, तो y बिलोंग्स टू a इंटरसेक्शन b. ओके, सो व्हाट यू गेट? देयरफॉर a is contained in a intersection b. Mark this as 4. So from 3 and 4 what you get? From 3 and 4 we get, from 3 and 4 we get that A is equal to A intersection B. And यही हमें prove करना था. Now last thing we have to prove that 4 implies 1. So what is given to you? It is given that A intersection B is equal to A and you have to show that A is a subset of B. So let us start with any element x in A. So let x belongs to A. So this implies that x belongs to A intersection B because the set A is equal to A intersection B. So it is given to us. And this implies x belongs to A as well as x belongs to B. So from here what I get? X belongs to B. So therefore A is a subset of B. So 4 implies 1 भी हो गया. So therefore all these 4 statements are equivalent. है, तो अगर मुझे A minus B equal to empty दिखाना है तो मैं या तो A is a subset of B दिखा सकती हूँ, या A union B equal to B दिखा सकती हूँ, या A intersection B equal to A दिखा सकती हूँ. तो ये आपस में सारी एक दूसरे की डेफिनेशंस बन जाती हैं. सो आई एम स्टॉपिंग हियर. सो रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस आई विल बी डूइंग इन द next videos because this is a big exercise. So thank you for watching my videos. Please do like and subscribe and share the videos as much as you can. Thank you.